This CCTV footage was captured on the 23rd of October 2022 in the Silverton suburb located in the Pretoria, capital city of South Africa. In this video, you can see a homeless man seemingly sleeping, or at least resting peacefully in front of a store. After a moment, the man would look up and would jump out of his resting place at the sight of an unseen danger and something disastrous that was about to happen. This was what he saw. From the video, you could see a fast-moving taxi vehicle barging into the space he just quickly moved out from. Certainly from a reckless driver. Luckily, the man's sharp reflexes would barely save him from encountering a grisly fate, because there is no telling what could have happened if he had run out in the opposite direction, or at the very least, how easily he could have lost a leg or two if he had not been aware or conscious of the incoming danger. It's safe to assume that this incident would forever remain a nightmare to him, or even to anyone, seeing how easily he could have been crushed to death in an instant. This camera footage was captured in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. In this video, we can see a man, reportedly a truck driver, speaking to someone on the phone. From what the man was saying, he was calling to tell his employer that he won't be driving the truck anymore because he was not allowed to do so.
I am no longer driving this Jeep truck. Please. I'm not allowed here. I'm not allowed to drive a truck Jeep. I'm leaving the truck here.
This had been one of the many harassments and attacks that some foreign truck drivers face, especially from a group of South African truck drivers who continue to claim that the migrants were stealing their jobs. From the video, the man on the call was believed to be an immigrant from Malawi and would be forced by some unknown attackers to call his employer, telling him that he was no longer allowed to drive his truck. Disturbingly, we can see from the video as he talks on the phone, the group of men from the background can obviously be seen slapping his face and punching him from behind. The driver is completely dehumanized as his assailants continue to randomly slap him while he speaks to his employer. Following the video, some people have condemned the action of the attackers, while disturbingly, some seem to enjoy the assault, hoping immigrants like the man go back to their home country. With the increase in the frequency of attacks, some of these immigrant truck drivers do hesitate to approach the police, as they believe no one would be arrested. Hence, instead of reporting to the authorities, a number of them, including those who are the sole breadwinners or providers in their family, have actually returned to their home countries. This video footage was captured in Delta State, Nigeria, and it shows a church building with worshippers clapping and praying. They were there for evening service and to break the day fasting with a communion service when something unexpected happened. People who knew what might happen came to capture the moment in camera.
Video for what?
I bet more than thunder. That was still the fall. Make the thunder for that place. This country not tractor. This thing just. Sorry.
The video shows the horrifying moment when a Salvation Ministry church building collapsed. Reportedly, while the church building was shaking and about to collapse, allegedly the pastor had instructed members to remain inside and pray to defeat the demonic attack. However, some people ran out and started taking pictures and recording the disaster that was about to happen. Disturbingly, many of the worshippers remained inside on the instructions of the preacher until the church collapsed on them. 35 persons, including children, women and men, would be rescued on hut, while 4 more persons would be rushed to a specialist hospital for medical attention. Unfortunately, around 10 or more people would be declared dead from the deadly collapse. On the morning of Sunday, the 23rd of October 2022 in Indonesia, an elderly woman woke up, dressed up and prepared herself for work. She had planned to fetch rubber from a local plantation. However, during the late evening, she didn't return home, which was very quite unusual. The husband would go into the rubber garden to look for her. He would see his wife's slippers, a knife, a headscarf and a jacket, but no sign of his wife. The man would seek the help of the villagers, and the search would be carried out around the wooded areas of the plantation from late evening till 2 a.m. Western Indonesian time. However, the search would be stopped and resumed the following day. In the early morning of Monday, the 24th of October 2022, something was found and suspected to be the reason behind the woman's disappearance. This is the video footage captured that revealed what happened.
Positif apa? Tenggoknya pas bulunya. Jaga orang banyak. Ayo jaga orang banyak. Bantu.
While searching around the area, a large python with a swollen midsection was found. Unsuspecting whether the woman was in the belly of the python, at around 9:30 a.m. Western Indonesian time, the disturbing moment showed some of the villagers cutting open the stomach of the snake, and shockingly, lying within the belly was the remains of a person, who would finally be revealed to be that of the missing woman by the name of Jara, a 54-year-old grandmother who had been swallowed alive and eaten by the 6.7-meter-long python that found its way into a rubber plantation in the Tejun Gajah village, West Tanjab Regency in Jambi, Indonesia. Unfortunately, the woman would be confirmed to be dead. Disturbingly, it would later be revealed that it probably took the python at least 2 hours to bite the victim, constrict around and suffocate her by wrapping itself around her with its body and then swallowing her whole. Probably, it was during the process of digesting the woman the snake would eventually be caught, as it couldn't move so much. Disturbingly, an official would reveal that another 8.2-meter-long python had previously been spotted in the village, but it got away from them, leaving locals worried that bigger snakes are still in the forest. This had not been the first time snake had swallowed and killed living things in some remote village within Indonesia, ranging from animals to sometimes humans. And unfortunately, it would be no surprise if another horrifying moment like this occurs again. This footage was captured in the Marakele Predator Park in the Limpopo province of South Africa. In this video, you could see a lion being directed towards a path by a man, when all of a sudden, another man enters the animal's enclosure. The lion, on sensing someone was behind it, turned back and started running after the man, What happened next is nothing short of horrifying.
Get that one.
Please get a gun! Jabba! Jabba! Jabba!
Oh my god!
Shoot! Ha! 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 Get a rifle! Somebody get a rifle, just in case! Somebody get a rifle! Somebody get a rifle!
Oh my god! Please!
Is anybody getting a rifle? Just in case!
Please, somebody help him.
From the video, we can see as the lion catches up to the man before he could exit the gate, pouncing on him and easily dragging him deeper into the bushes as onlookers screamed and cried for help. The man would later be identified as a 67-year-old British expert by the name of Mark Hodge. Surprisingly, together with the wife, he was said to be the owner of the wildlife park and was said to have gone into the pen because he and one of his rangers were concerned about a certain smell within the compound, which seems to upset one of the lions, and had gone in through the gate for inspection. A friend of Mike would later say that Mike was no fool around lions and knew how to interact with them. But however, from what we could see from the footage, obviously something went wrong on that day. And this footage goes to show you how easy it is for wild animals like lions to maul a person to death, especially following their predatory instincts. Fortunately, Mike would be rushed to the hospital immediately after the lion that dragged him was gunned down and killed by one of the rangers in an attempt to save his life. And there he would later make a recovery after suffering some injuries to his neck and jaw. Surprisingly, Mike could be seen in a hospital bed smiling during his medical treatment despite his injuries. However, on an unfortunate day, things could have gone differently.